Welcome to the new session, Appsc Group 2, Season 2, Episode 4, Kinship. Hi to all. Let's start this session. Contents. We're going to learn about definitions of kinship by different various sociologists, functions of kinship, and types of kinships, some usage of kinship, multiple choice questions. So I request every aspirant to please focus on the terminology. That we're going to discuss in this session. Let's start this session. Definitions of kinship by different authors. The first one is Meltzer. What he says? He defines kinship as a cluster of social relations based on factors such as biological ties, marriage, and legal rules regarding adoption, guardianship. It is a wholesome definition. We can say that it is a wholesome definition of kinship. Why? If you ask me that, he's saying that it is a cluster of relations based on factors such as biological ties, marriage, legal rules, adoption, and guardianship. So these all elements comes together, forms a cluster, and this definition gives you the wholesome definition of the kinship. It is done by this Meltzer. Next, Murdoch. He describes kinship as a structured system of relationship in which kin are bound to one another by complex interlocking ties. He's talking about the relationships basically. Mother, father related by marriage, and they both gave the birth to one girl child and one boy. There's a brother and sister, and they are tied with the brother and sister relationship. Okay, so these are complex interlocking ties. Okay, so Murdoch describes that it is a structured system of relationship in which kin are bound to one another by complex interlocking ties. Here the interlocking tie is marriage. Here the blood, consanguine. I'll talk about those relations also. Okay, next. A.R. Radcliffe Brown. He defines kinship as a system of dynamic relationship between the person to person in a community and the behavior of any two persons in these relations regulated by the social usage by extent. So he defines that it is a dynamic. That means it will change time to time. Suppose first they are mother, father, and they gave birth to the two people. Now they become initially they are husband and wife. Now they become mother and father with this relationship, like she's a daughter and a boy. Okay, so they'll become like that. If they married to someone and they become a mother-in-law, they become a father-in-law. So the relationships are keep on changing. That's why he used the dynamic. It's not static, it's a dynamic. Dynamic relation between the person and a community. This is a community. Let us take this is a community. The behavior of any two persons in the relationship regulated by the social usage. Social usage nothing but the terminology, like a father-in-law. See, the behavior with the son is different. The behavior with the daughter is different. The behavior with the daughter-in-law is different. Okay, so he's mainly talking about the kinship as a system of dynamic relationship between the person to person in a community and the behavior of any two persons, either it is a the son and father-in-law, and the two persons in the relationship regulated by the social usage by extent. Next, Robin Fox. He describes kinship as the study of what man does with the basic facts of life: mating, gestation, parenthood, socialization, siblingship. It is very straightforward definition for the kinship. Next, functions of kinship. Let's discuss the functions of kinship. So it will give you the identity and the members of kin groups are expected to provide support and security every time, like providing the support, security for each and one another. So it will give the individual status to the persons. So it is an important role. They will give an important role in the members' life, traditional societies. And these members of the groups are the information cultures to their next generations. They pass the information or culture to next generations. These are the functions of the kinship. Types of kinship. Affinal kinship, consanguine kinship. Affinal kinship is mainly based on marriage. So, if you take a wife and a husband, it is a affinal kinship. But consanguine kinship, sister and brother. Okay, it's based on the blood relation. Okay, father and mother. So they are directly related to this sister and brother. So it is a blood relationship. Okay, affinal kinship and the consanguine kinship. These are two types of relationship. One is based on the marriage, another one is based on the blood relationship. Okay. Degree of kinship. In the degree of kinship, we have 3 degrees. Primary degree, secondary degree, and third degree. Tertiary kin we call it as. Primary kin is directly related to the kins each other. Suppose if you say husband and wife, brother and sister, these are primary kinship. Okay, they are directly related to each other. This is primary, this is primary with respect to their point of view. So first degree kins are those who are directly related to each other. These kins maybe belongs to the family of orientation, the different family maybe also. Okay, like mother, father, brother, sister, son, daughter. These are directly referring to the person. So it is primary kins. Secondary kin. Remember, secondary kins are the primary kins of first degree kins. That means, suppose brother's wife, suppose brother and sister, they are the primary kins. Now brother's wife, she is the secondary kin. Okay, brother, sister is the primary kins and brother's wife is the secondary kin to the sister. Understood? Now let's talk about the tertiary kinship. Tertiary kinship are the primary kins of secondary kins. That means these are the secondary kins. The primary kins for this one, like a brother, wife brother, is a tertiary kin for the brother. Okay. These are the types of kinships with respect to the degree of kinship. Okay. So we'll end up this session at this moment and we'll start again with kinship terminology. Thank you.